Hi, everybody. I'm meteorologist Joe Chaffee. We're going to just do a little long-range predicting again this morning. You read up until this point that how the indicators are changing for mid-November and beyond. So let's see what the models did today. First off, this is the current upper air, or close to the current upper air for tomorrow morning. So we have this trough here. So that marks the cold front that has already moved on through to bring in the shot of cooler air for the rest of the weekend and into early next week. Now I'm going to jump over to the middle of next week here, and you can see how the pattern still has this jet that comes pretty much straight across the Pacific and then straight across the United States. You have these vortexes that are up near the Arctic Circle and north of Alaska, and this is essentially trapping all the cold air up here. See, there's no flow. If you follow these lines, they tell from west to east, is telling us how the winds are blowing aloft. So they're blowing basically across Alaska through northwest Canada and then back up into northern Canada. All right, and that's where the coldest air is going. It's not coming down here because it can't. Now I'm going to jump to the day 10, and we start to see a bit of a change. And this is probably at the point where the NAO, the North Atlantic Oscillation, the Greenland block, starts to go negative. And here we have this upper high that's closed off near Greenland. Now, the vortexes are still here, but they seem to have shifted a little bit. It looks like there's a little vortex that's trying to form over Hudson's Bay. Now, if we jump from there to the last day, which is day 16, now look at where the upper winds are blowing from. They're blowing from just north of Alaska, then across Alaska, down through northwest Canada, and into the Great Lakes and Northeast. Now, this is not an overly cold flow because the vortex is still pretty far to the north, but it is a different flow. It's not coming straight from the Pacific, but instead it's coming from the northwest. So this would be an indicator of colder air coming down, or a colder pattern shift. We still have this active Pacific jet, so that means that we'll probably be getting weather systems coming in. There's a strong one here being shown off the Pacific coast, and we have this ridge east of Greenland. So this is probably key here, as if this ridge holds in place, it'll tend to hold this vortex in place, which will hold the northwest flow in place. Now, is this temporary, or is this something that's just going to last for maybe a week or so and then shift back, or is it something more permanent? That's we're not going to really know. So we're just going to continue to watch all of this evolve over the next number of days. But the indications are that we are going to see a colder shift in the pattern from the middle of November on.